just wanted to see what you did. Hey everyone, I'm Eric.
I'm Logan.
And this is our YouTube channel, The Lake's Cleared for Takeoff. This is something that we just thought would be fun to do together. We just give you guys a little bit more insider look on some of the things that we do in our lives.
I want to talk about babies at some point, some traveling that we're going to do coming up, and just honestly what it's like being married to a pilot and a nurse. We're not always the easiest people. I think it's a unique perspective and a unique lifestyle, so hopefully you enjoy it. I'm a little nervous, so I asked Eric if we could do some would you rather questions.
When we were getting to know each other, we used to do that all the time, whether it was on the phone or whatever. So we'll just do a few of those. Break the ice.
Yeah.
Either go back to age 5 with everything you know now, or know now everything your future self will learn.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not going back in time. I'm gonna go with my future self.
That's hard. I feel like I'd go back.
You would? Oh, okay. I have a follow-up question to that.
Get in trouble?
I feel like if you go back in time, with the knowledge you have now, you would make different choices and you may never meet me.
I don't know. I was thinking more like investing in stocks and things that I would know about then.
Okay, well then, would you rather be a millionaire or would you rather be with me?
I'd rather be with you, of course. I would. No, I would. No
Because
question.
in essence, that's what that question is.
But I would still know when we met, how we met. I could still play it out to where we would be together. Maybe even sooner than we were. I would try to be a stalker.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you sleep with other people, is that cheating?
Oh my god, I made the wrong decision. But the future thing, you create what your future's gonna be. And I wouldn't really want to know everything. I would not want to know what my kids' names are.
It's true, but there's no guarantee.
This is saying you would know now everything your future self will learn.
It doesn't mean that it's predetermined. I think you still have free will. It just means that you'll have the knowledge of a future you.
This one's mind-blowing. Alright, would you rather have a time machine or a teleporter?
Time machine.
Man, I would love to do both. As much as I'd love to go back in time, I would do a teleporter, I think. Just because I could be here right now. You could just do all of it in one day. You could do it all. Every day.
I actually changed my answer. I'm so scared of changing my current time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the past is the past. I don't know. It'd be really cool to see it, but you can read about it.
Well, I don't care about seeing history, honestly. I care about seeing people that I love again.
Oh, well, yeah. That makes sense.
But I feel like it'd be hard anyway, because I feel like there's rules where you can't talk to them.
If I had time machine, I'd probably be dead within the first week. Because I'd be going back in, like, Jurassic Park times. And our first episode. We got a bunch of questions on my Instagram page, so we thought that, being the first one, we might as well answer some of the questions you guys had. Man. How soon do you plan to have kids?
I actually put all the baby questions in a pile. These are all just asking us about when we're going to start a family and if I'm pregnant. And in true YouTube fashion, I think we're going to have to talk about this later in the video. So, stay tuned.
Aww.
First question is, what is your guys' love language?
You need all of them to have like a good relationship. I just believe that. So I think you need parts of all of them. But I think physical touch and words of affirmation, I think for me.
Like I need to get better at words of affirmation then.
Well, maybe the others you're doing just fine.
Oh, good. Okay. I think you already know my top two. I would say acts of service. I think it's the little things that add up, and that goes both ways. You can become resentful of your partner if they don't do little things for you. So luckily, I think you do a really good job. I feel really weird saying this as a girl. Like physical touch too. I think that is kind of frowned upon to be one of your top love languages, but I do think that is number 2 for me.
Nothing wrong with
Obviously, I'm like always.
that. I'm not about it.
Your turn.
Okay.
Oh.
How does your wife feel about
Going in strong.
Good answer, honey.
What was your he or she is the one moment like? Oh. That is from Marvel Stark 3000.
I think everyone that was at the wedding got to hear my vows, and I kind of explained that story. But basically, it was just we had went on a nice second date, and we were just talking about everything. We were walking around, we were people watching, we were doing things that we enjoyed. We went to this place called the Illuminarium, and they just have different themes in there. It's just a gigantic room with these screens, and it's just kind of like makes you feel like you're there in real life. We went there, and we were kind of walking around. Again, this is a second date, so we don't know each other that well, and it just felt right. We were laughing with each other. It's one of those things you can only know that when you're actually in it. She kind of grabbed my arm. I don't even think she realized she did it, and I think when she did, she took it away, but it was like 3 seconds. But I don't know,
Is that?
Yeah, it was crazy. In that moment, I don't know, we were just walking, and in those 3 seconds, I kind of just saw the future and just felt those, just being together. And there was a few little kids just running around in front of us, and I kind of saw this all at once. And I don't know, just put it into perspective for me, and just that was my moment. I just kind of knew then. I knew I was going to marry her. Look where we are now.
You knew you were gonna marry me then?
I had a pretty good feeling. I mean, obviously, you got to get to know you more and just make sure, we had the same values and beliefs in the future. And just in that moment, with everything I already had learned about you, it's just hard to explain. Some of these things like this, it's hard to put into words. It just is. But
That was when I knew too. It was very weird. He was such a gentleman. Our first date, I thought it went really well, but he walked me to my car and gave me a side hug. I got in my car and I was like, he does not like me at all. Okay, there was no follow-up date. He just asked me on a second date out of pity. I was very wrong. We went on our second date, and I just wanted to touch him so bad. Like, this man looks so good. I just want to touch him. Why is he not touching me? It was just almost a reaction. I went out and he was in front of me. I grabbed his arm just really quickly, like this. And then I was like, oh, can we cuss on YouTube?
you did.
Remind me to bleep that out, I guess. Oops. Oh, crap. I just touched him first. What am I doing? No, when I touched him, it was just felt different than anything I had ever experienced.
I think we both felt the same thing, which was even more special after we kind of found that out from each other. And I'm a Southern gentleman, okay?
Yeah, I liked it. It was really nice.
I've always been like that. I do not kiss on the first date. It's not what it's about for me. And then we get to know the person first. I just don't like that.
I thought it was a great sign. Just really respectful and genuine. And I forgot what time our date was. It was maybe noon. It was, 6-hour date or something?
Yeah.
It was a long time. I just walked the Beltline. I didn't want to leave. I felt like I had just known him for my whole life and had the same taste in music, movies, hobbies. Everything was just lining up for us. Great question. Bless you. Diane Successment asked, how long were you in a relationship before getting married?
Not long.
Hey, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't see why it matters. He proposed to me 8 months after our first date. We talked before that for a while. Oh, we haven't told that story actually. But we got married 5 months after that. So a little over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, I think that may be a little quick. I can understand that, but whoever you're with, you're on your own timeline. And
Yeah.
if you are comfortable with everything and how it is going, and you have the communication, you have the talks, you do these things. Some people take a lot of time to open up about stuff and like what they want and all these kind of things. I don't know. We just did that at a very fast pace, and for me, I was never seeing, any red flags. I never had any doubts just with anything we were talking about, even if it was something more difficult. It was just, that's okay. Just not going to continue to waste time. Being 2 years and then getting engaged and then being engaged for 2 years and then.
Oh yeah, I told him from the very beginning, if you propose to me, the second you propose to me, I'm gonna start wedding planning because I refuse to be stressed out for a year. I'm not gonna wedding plan for long, and I just want you to be prepared for that. And I meant what I said because it happened in 5 really short months.
From one of my friends, who wins in a fight, 10 mouse-sized lions or 3 house cats?
I feel like the lions would still win, even though they're small.
Lions all the way. I think they would team together.
Right.
They hunt.
Are very smart. Not to say that cats are not smart, but I think lions would actually have a strategy versus cats are just going to slap them around.
I've had 3 of those before.
Dylan, you're awesome. Thank you for dancing at our wedding. I love you. You're everyone's favorite. How many kids do you want?
Not less than 2, but not more than 4.
2 to 4.
2 to 4, but 3 would be excellent.
Okay, same. Although I think I'm leaning toward 3.
And at least 1 boy.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Some toast and bakers.
What does your wife do for work? And as an RN, what is your specialty?
I've been a nurse for going on 6 years, which does not seem possible. I've had a lot of different specialties. So I've been a med-surg nurse at the hospital, a school nurse. I've been a hospice nurse. The school nurse was a temp contract. Hospice nurse was a little bit more long-term. So that kind of kicked my butt. Made me question nursing a lot. We can dive into that later on. My specialty now is not really a specialty. I do travel nursing now, so I get to do it all, and it's pretty freaking cool. I work in the hospital. I have done med-surg. I've done cardiac. I just accepted a new contract, and I'm going to be working in the PCCU, which is the post-cardiac care unit. Again, I'm going to be working in med-surg a lot too, because they're constantly understaffed because those nurses work so freaking hard. They're on their feet all day long. They do not get enough credit. I will also be in the critical care specialty area a lot, so I'm really excited about that. I think it'll be really stressful, but I'm looking forward to ending my career in critical care.
Just proud of you.
Thanks.
I'll do a lot, and not a lot of people know exactly, everything unless you have a family member, you're married to, and just all the things that they go through, and it can be a struggle, to come home and after a hard day of seeing some things. So thank you for what you do.
Yeah, of course.
Thank all of you as well.
Yeah. I did ghost him for about 3 weeks.
I was not sitting there like constant messaging. I just thought you weren't interested,
I decided I would risk it for the biscuit, and I got that biscuit.
Excellent. I'm a biscuit.
You're the best biscuit I've ever tasted, babe.
Oh, man, look at that. What's on me?
Butter, yeah. Okay, let me just pull these little baby questions over here. It is officially time to talk babies. A lot of you guys have been in my DM. I don't know about your DMs, but a lot of you guys have been in my DMs about babies since we went public. So we are finally going to address that with you guys. We are officially trying. We're trying. but it's a little bit more complicated. I have known about, ooh,
Well, this is it. There's a reason why we are starting sooner than we probably normally would have.
yeah. So I've known about some fertility issues that I have for 5 or 6 years at this point. I have gone to multiple doctors and they have all kind of just done tests and never really given me straight answers. You know, my A1C would be high, my testosterone would be high, my estrogen would be low, my blood count would be low. There's so many little variables. I felt like these are common signs of PCOS. Every doctor I ever went to just straight up was like, no, that's not a possibility. So I finally just stopped going. I ignored the problem. I knew it was going to be an issue for me later in life, but I just kind of gave up because I wasn't trying. So there's really, no reason for me to worry about it. I always wanted kids. I knew that, but later issue. So later has finally come, and it's funny, I actually had a patient. I won't go into her story, but I became really close with her in the time that I had her as my patient, and she recommended my doctor to me. So it's kind of crazy how it happened. It was almost like it was meant to be. But her brother-in-law is a fertility specialist, and I have had so many people come up to me, or not come up to me, but say to me, yeah, I had fertility issues. We were trying for years and years, couldn't get pregnant, saw this guy, and now I have 4 kids. Now I have X amount of kids. Now I have this. So he has had some really high success. So far, we haven't been successful. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to really share how long I've been on this medicine yet, but I am taking medicine. I'll probably go into that on a later episode because it is a very emotional topic for me. So I don't know. It's a stressful time right now. So I am not pregnant, but I'm hoping that eventually we will have that. But yeah, we are trying, and I'm really happy, and I feel stupid crying. But we're definitely trying earlier than I think most people would because of all this. So yeah, just keep us in your thoughts and prayers, and hopefully it'll happen for us one day.
Well, it will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Every couple has to tackle certain obstacles, and this is one of ours, and we will do what we need to do. We'll take it month by month, day by day, whatever it takes, and there's other options of many things. So we're just in the first phase of this. I think it'll be okay. We both want it. I think that's meant to be, and we will.
Yeah.
I just believe that. I just have a good feeling about it. I know you'll see that. I know it's hard, but
I do believe that. It's just it is what it is. We're getting testing done. We'll go from there. So that'll happen when it's meant to be, and obviously it's something we both want.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to save that for last, because I always get emotional when I talk about it, and it's really annoying, and I hate crying, and being vulnerable, it's hard for me. So
thank you for being here if you are here. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. in a little while.
Yeah, we're just doing this because we think it's fun. It'll bring us closer together, just doing things and document some trips we go on. She finds some really cool stuff to do when we go to certain places, and she's a really good planner. I love doing things that are like the locals like.
Same.
I did a Banff trip that's in Canada, if you've never heard of it. Had some of that stuff on our IG, but we'll probably do a video of that at some point because it's just absolutely breathtaking.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so we'll do a lot of stuff with traveling and the life that is a married couple that's and a nurse, and just how we navigate that. And we'll learn a lot from y'all, and maybe you can learn a little from us, or maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Appreciate everyone's positivity and support from just the last few years. I try to keep my page on Instagram very positive. A lot of really meaningful messages I've gotten from some people, and if you are watching on this as well, I really appreciate you guys. And thank you for being sweet to her. And
Thank you for welcoming me. Eric has had a hard few years, and I don't think you realize how much your comments and messages mean to us, but I mean, it takes 100 comments to get rid of one negative comment, because that sticks in your head. It really does. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. It really does help us, I think, just to see your guys' comments and support and love and positivity. So please keep that coming. What do YouTubers say? Like, follow, subscribe, all the things.
Oh yeah, they say all that and then they start pointing to the links.
There we go. I don't know where I'm gonna put it.
It could be there or there.
I may put it over his head. I don't know.